So if you noticed, web designing in 2025 is not what it used to be. So many tools were introduced, so many platforms are still coming up because of AI, and all of a sudden anyone you know is a web designer. But one thing that you have to know, the easier this game is becoming, the more saturated it's going to be. So now, how are you going to stand out in this flooded market and still make it even before 2025 ends? Hence, I made this video to show you the certain tools that you need, and also how to pick the best and stick to it, and as well as enhance your skills such that you stand out, you deliver value, and you deliver quality websites to your clients. So without wasting much of your time, let's get into it. Before we even talk about these other tools, we need to understand one thing. There's nothing much that we can master if we ignore our basics. Just like a builder, you can't build a house without starting with the foundation. Hence, now you need to know these tools, right? So the first thing that you need to master is the HTML, CSS, and some little bit of JavaScript, right? These are the basics. Now with HTML, is just knowing how we set out a website, the layout itself, how we set out the divs and all those other elements, right? And when it comes to CSS, this is the styling part. We need to know how to change colors, how to add animations to our websites, and also JavaScript on the other side, helping us to adjust some logic that we want to be on that website, right? Now with these basics, you can now adjust, or you can now adopt any other tool that is out there, right? This will help you very much, and you will thank me later. So now you have mastered the basics. The other tool set which is already out there are frameworks, right? Now with frameworks, they come in two. There are front-end frameworks and the back-end frameworks. Now we want to concentrate on the front-end frameworks, then the back-end frameworks, we'll talk about them a little bit late in the video. So frameworks, these are combined libraries that we can reuse when we are making our websites, right? So you find that we need to make animations, we need to make to pull calendars, we need to pull the date fields and all those things. Now a certain framework, for instance Angular or React, will come with such that when we are developing, our development becomes faster because we have already built in elements that we can use, right, when we're designing, right? Now when it comes to these frameworks, you just need also to pick one, right? So you either now have just the HTML and CSS, and also now the frameworks that you can pick from, right? Now out of all these two, right, the other tool set that you can use, or that is being used out there, is templates, right? So frameworks, they are templates for frameworks, then they're just frameworks that work with just your basic stuff, right? Now I've made a video where I showed how you can actually make use of the free templates and also the premium templates, right? And I've also shared a tool whereby you can download the premium templates and make use of them, customize them, and come up with nice looking websites, right? So it's a matter of a choice, but these are tools which are out there. Now you're probably wondering, okay, so where does AI come into play, right? So before I speak about AI, there are also other platforms which are already there, and people up to date, they're still using them. So we have your WordPress, and we have also Webflow, right? So these two platforms, you can choose which one you want to make use of, but they are out there, right? So now let's talk about AI. So AI brought simplicity into this industry. What used to take people 2 months to make, or a week to make, people are now taking like a day or hours to make, right? Believe me, people out there are making the most with AI, right? Now AI, it brought platforms, right, where with a single line or with a single sentence, it can actually generate you a website. I'm talking about platforms like Lovable, platforms like Framer, platforms like Replit and stuff. All these platforms, right, if you use them to your advantage, you can come up with websites, not just a normal website, great websites, right? All you need to to master there is how you prompt, right? So these platforms, it's all about, there's no code that you write. So this is actually a good thing for those who say, I come from a background where I'm not a technical person, I didn't do computer science, I didn't do all those, programming stuff. This is your tool, right? What you need to know is what to tell your platform, what you need, and it will actually generate it for you, right? So you need to be smart, you need to be clear to know exactly what you want, the outcome, so that you don't waste the time trying to correct whatever that it is going to give you, right? So that's another, like a drawback. If you are not sure of what exactly you need, you probably spend more time doing this, but once you master it, I'm sure you'll be good to go. So now we have all these 4 tools that are out there now, right? Now, which one should you actually choose? I would say if you're coming from a non-technical background, go with AI tools, but don't end there. You need also to expand to know the ins and out of programming, or just how things are, because once AI generates a website for you, you will need to know how to launch it, how to host it, and also support your client as time goes on, right? So that's supporting, right? Now, if you now need to be really the top 1%, it's not only going to be about designing websites. You now need to know the backend side, right? This is what I believe. You need to know the backend side, because not all clients are going to come to you and say, we only need just the front end, right? Some clients will be like, okay, we need a website that has some business logic behind, that will do auto calculations for our clients, coming up with estimates, that will integrate with calendars, that will, save some data to the database. Now, if you remember, there's a video that I made where it was an introduction to web development. So with web development, we have 2 sides. You have the client side and the server side. So you really need also to start going to the server side. Know how to connect your website to a certain database, know how to come up with business logic, right? And on top of that, know how to host your website, right? Don't just rely on hosting platforms. Don't just rely on other people to host your website. You need to know how to host it and to automate the whole launch process. So we're talking about, if you are coming from a technical background, we're talking about CI/CD, where you automate how you deploy and all those things, right? But if you are not a technical person, don't worry, AI got you covered. Once you use one platform like Lovable, they've also attached a hosting platform to that platform, and everything is sorted for you. But I'm saying, don't just rely on those. You need to master also other things, such that at the end of the day, you offer value, you deliver value, and you solve problems, because not all business problems are centered on the website only. You need to go in depth, right, just to understand, right? So these are the tools that I had with me today. I know there are quite a lot of other tools, but the main challenge that I've seen people having is that they are now confused on which one is the best tool to use, right? Hence, for myself, I came up with a hybrid set of tools where I combine both. I have AI on this other end, I have my own stack on this other end, and I also have a certain niche that I picked, right? So remember, I also talked about picking up a niche. Either you're going with plumbers, electricians, fintech companies and stuff. That's a niche, right? So now with this hybrid mode of mine, right, it means I can develop as fast as possible, right? My productivity has shoot up, right? Why? Because there are some clients where they say, Prosper, I'm interested in having a website, but I don't have the content. I'm new to this game. I don't even know what to do. Then I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine. I go back to my desk, I sit and I search for the competitors for that particular business, now I head over to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT will do my content creation, the one that I'm going to put on the website, right? And obviously you customize as you go on and stuff, but it means I'm no longer thinking too much, okay, what am I going to put on the about us page, what I'm going to use on the services page. ChatGPT got me covered, right? I just describe, write a script, and it gives me everything. And on top of that, ChatGPT itself can actually create you a website. So don't only use it to search for things and stuff, start even using it to develop you websites. Right now, I also use it for planning and just doing a normal website audit. I see a client that I want to approach. First thing that I do, give it to ChatGPT, just do me a website audit. Then I see their pain points and stuff, so that now when I go to the client, I have pain points that I'm trying to address, and the other ones that I would have just picked, by just me looking, because I've been in the game for some time now, right? I can easily pick things which are wrong and stuff. And this is how I do it, right? And on top of that, my stack, I use Laravel. At the same time, I'm still using the basic HTML and CSS. Can you believe it? By now, I'm still using HTML and CSS. And guess what? My clients love it. It's basic. It's simple for me to set up. It's simple for me to launch. It's simple for me to change anything. I have control on my source code. And I also make use of templates, right? Just to save my time, right? They're already out there. So I make use of templates, plug it into Laravel, and boom, I'm good to go. So this is all that I had with me today. If you feel like I've missed out something, please don't hesitate to just drop it in the comments. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Prosper, and what we do here, we give insights about software engineering, website development, and just career growth in the tech industry. So you are in the good spot, right? And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications, and also share with other designers out there that would want to grow, so that we grow together, we share together. And with all this, I say go out there, identify a technical niche, a business niche, and start delivering value. See you in the next one.